Hi everyone, Zach here, and welcome to the fourth video in this remaster series on making an RTS game in Unreal Engine 5. In today's video, we'll make our panning functions for camera pawn. This video and this series have been brought to you by Patreon sponsors, and all you have to do to help support this channel is hit the like button down below. And if you want to take your support just a bit further and have a bit of extra change over at the end of the month, then consider becoming a Patreon sponsor. Patreon sponsors at upper tiers get instant access to all ongoing and completed projects on YouTube, and at other tiers get access once a project is completed. Okay, well, now open up your projects and we'll make a start. Alrighty, so here we are back inside of the editor. Now, our pan is going to be a lot simpler than our zoom was. However, we are going to create a function that disables edge scroll. We will be doing edge scroll in the next video. Not sure why that started playing. So what we're going to do is go to our movement component, and I'm just going to move this over to the right, and I'm going to close all tabs to the right. So we're actually going to have three functions, two related to panning and one to the camera overall. So let's create one new function called pan camera. Now I'm going to add the number. I'm going to just rename that for a second so that I can get the proper Pascal casing in there. And this is going to a folder called camera, subcategory called pan. All right, this will need one input, and that input will be of type float, and this will be called rotation amount. Rotation amount will be, again, as I said, of type float. What we're going to do here is we are going to take our reference to our camera pawn. We are going to get it, and we are going to set actor rotation. We will not use teleport physics, so do not mark that as true. Leave it defaulted to false. Okay. Next, what we're going to do is we are going to combine rotators to do our rotation. So we're going to combine rotators. The rotators we're going to combine is where the camera is currently rotated to and where we want to rotate it to. So I'm just actually going to move this down here, put a couple of reroutes in for this to work, line those all up, slide that reroute forward just slightly. And off this first one, I'm going to do get actor rotation. And all I'm going to do is plug that into B. For our A, what I'm going to do is I'm going to first move these down a bit, and then likewise for these, I guess. Not sure why I didn't select them. From here, I'm going to do make rotator, and I'm just going to plug that into our A, but I'm going to take from the roll here and plug it into our yaw. So I'm using control, by the way. If you don't know how to unpan, hold control and click and drag. All right, there we go. And then we're going to do a return node there. Simple. Right, now comes our reset pan. And this one is fairly simple. We're actually just going to be really lazy and duplicate this. And I'm laughing slightly because of how simple this is. So this is reset pan. Right, so we don't need an input. We don't need any of this. We will get rid of the reroutes because we still need the camera pawn. And hey, we're done. Literally, we're done. That's all we had to do. We're setting it back to 0, 0, 0. If you've used a different rotation, then make that a variable. Pass that information or get that information from the camera into the component. Now, I said we're going to do a third one. This is just called reset camera. And we're just going to actually literally do reset camera. And we're going to plug this, once I spell camera correctly, into our cameras folder. All right, and we will have no inputs. We'll just take our zoom reset, plug that into there, and our pan reset and plug it into there. Oh, sorry, that's pan camera, reset pan. There we go. And then we'll do a return node. All right, so that's done. Now we need to implement them. How do we implement them? Well, let's go to our player controller. Right, so in our player controller, by the way, our zoom events actually are done. So I'm just gonna comment these out as zoom in, stroke out. And this is our reset zoom. Okay, so for our pan events, well, we're gonna have to create our inputs for them. And as I mentioned, we actually have to create a variable that we aren't implementing yet. So we'll do that in here. But first, let's go back to our world settings, or sorry, to our project settings. And in our project settings, we are going to have pan, pan reset, and reset camera. So let's go to inputs, And we can just minimize these for now because I already know what they're going to be. And, oh, I didn't realize I expanded them all out. Okay. So that'll be pan. Sorry, I'm getting used to some of the foibles of Unreal 5. I'm still used to Unreal 4. Pan, reset. And then finally, reset camera. All right, so for pan, what we will do is we will do middle mouse button without anything. This is why we had the control here. And we will also allow for it to be done when the person is holding the home button down as well. You can add in other buttons, by the way. What buttons you add in doesn't really matter. Make it work for you. All right, well then we'll do middle mouse button again for the reset. Clearly it can't be the same as this one, and it can't be the same as this one with control. So what we'll do is we'll use Alt instead. And likewise, we'll add a second one in. We'll do home. And for this one, we will also use Alt because we can't use the same one. For our reset camera, just to make our life easier, we're going to use the letter R from keyboard. All right, before we go to our player control, let's go back to our movement component. And we are going to create we're going to create one new variable, and we're going to create a function for that variable. And this variable will be related to edge scroll. And it's going to be called B disable edge B disable edge scroll. This will be private. We will default this to false, by the way. The category for this will be movement bools. There we go. And next we're going to create a new function called set disable edge scroll. All right, let's plug that into there. We're going to set it, and we're going to take the input pin and plug that into the actual input pin there. And then we'll do a return node at the very end. For the category for this one, we will put it in the category movement bools because we're setting bools. So movement bools. I'm not entirely sure what I did there to cause that to jump across the screen like that. Sorry about that. All right, let's go ahead and save that. And back in our camera, or back in our player controller, what we're gonna do is we're gonna look for our pan event. So we will find pan reset, and camera reset. All right, we'll take care of that one later. Let's line these two up. And for this one, what we're going to do is we're going to get our movement camera reference again. And in the case of it being pressed let's get that to the side as well. In the case for it being pressed, we're going to set disable edge scroll. We'll mark this as true. We'll copy this down here. We'll mark this one as false and plug that into there. Actually, I'm going to break that for a second. We're going to plug one in, put a reroute in, plug that reroute into there. So on pressed, we will disable our camera edge scroll, and on release we will allow edge scrolling to occur once again. All right, so next what we're going to do off of this is then we are going to have a gate. So we're going to pull from here and do gate, and we don't want multi-gate, we want a regular gate. We're going to plug the pressed set disabled true into open, and then we're going to plug the released disable false into the close. Into our enter, we are going to type in mouse X. We want to get our mouse on the X axis, and we will want this to execute when paused, just in case. We're going to plug that into our enter. Down in our exit, we are going to pull from here and do pan camera. There we go. And how much are we going to pan the camera by? Well, what's that pan rotation amount? What we're going to pass into our pan rotation amount is our axis value here multiplied. So we're going to do float. We don't have to worry about it because we can actually convert anything in here. We're going to multiply it by our pan sensitivity. So I'm just going to create a new float here called pan sensitivity. So how sensitive is the camera for our panning? And we're going to default that to a value of 5. Now I call it sensitivity because I tend to make settings when I do these sort of projects that allows the user to change how sensitive this is within a certain range. All right, this is going to go into a folder called, or a category called camera settings, which I don't apparently have yet. So camera settings, this gets plugged into there. And that is actually our pan event right there. All of the pan event. So I'm just going to comment this out, even though we haven't tested it yet, and call this pan. For our reset pan, all we're going to do is take our camera movement reference, we're going to duplicate it down here, and we are going to reset pan. There we go. And then finally, after we count this out, so this is reset pan, and finally for our reset camera, well, all we're doing is again copying our camera movement ref and reset camera. There we go. Line those up. tuck that under there and bring this over here. And this is reset both pan and zoom. Okay, let's go ahead and test this out. Make sure it is all working correctly. So I hit play. I can still move, that's good. I can still zoom out, that's good. And that's gonna bring us over to the edge here so you can look down it a bit. And now I'm going to rotate the camera. There we go, I'm panning it. I'm gonna zoom in and I'm gonna pan. I'm going to hit the middle mouse button with Alt and I've set back. I'm going to go here. I'm gonna hit, there we go again. And then I'm going to rotate it to the side. And now I'm gonna hit R. I'm gonna zoom out. I'm gonna rotate all the way around and I'm gonna hit R. And notice we zoom in and we bring the camera back to the correct rotation in the same movement. Okay, that takes us through setting up our panning event. In the next video, we will work on our edge scroll, which is why we had to do this today. And then from there, we will move on to our map boundaries and setting things up around that. All right, all of that said, if you've enjoyed this series, make sure to hit that like button down below. And if you want to take your support just a tiny bit further, make sure to hit the subscribe and notify icon. It really, really does help the channel out. And it means that other people who might be looking for the same tutorial will get notified or see it earlier on their feed, and that can help them too. And if you want to take your support just a tiny bit further, consider becoming a supporter on Patreon. As always, I look forward to seeing you in the next tutorial, and I hope that you have a wonderful day.